Hello, good morning, my dear students. I trust you are doing okay. All right, my name is Mr. Egesi Judo Kechuku. I'm your ICT teacher. I'm here to present a lesson. Topic: word processing. Now, before we proceed, we have to look at some of the objectives we need to achieve in the course of this lesson. Number one, at the end of this lesson, students should be able to define word processing and text documents. Number two, define word processor. Number three, state examples of word processors. Number four, state the application areas of word processing. Number five, state the facilities available in word processor. Number six, state the features of word processor. So let's go straight to the definition. Now, word processing simply means using the computer to create, edit, and print documents. Okay, now it is just an act. It is an act of using a word processor in creating documents. Now, when we look at text document is something written, printed, or online document that presents data in the form of an articles, letters, memorandum, reports, etc. Now, even the newsletter the school gives you is an example of text document because it's presented in printed form. Now, word processor is an electronic device or computer software application which performs the task of composition, editing, formatting, and printing of documents. It is a software used for word processing. Now, when you look at word processing and word processor, you find out that word processor is actually the software used in carrying out word processing, while word processing is the act of using word processor in creating documents. Now, let's quickly look at some of the examples of word processor. Now, we have so many of them. Now, examples, we have the WordStar, we have the popular Microsoft Word, we have the Corel Word Perfect, we have the Word Pro, we have the Notepad, we have the WPS Writer, we have the Lotus Notes, we have the Perfect Writer, and we have the Professional Write. All these are examples of word processor, but the most popular among them is your Microsoft Word and your Notepad. Okay, let's look at some of the application areas of word processing. Where can it be applied? Now, we have some of them here. There are so many places you can apply it. You can apply it in the offices, in publishing, journalism, in education, in articles, and so many of them. There are even in churches. There are so many places you can apply it, so long as preparation of document is concerned. Now, let's look at the steps involved in loading Microsoft Word. In the course of this lesson, we'll be concentrating on Microsoft Word as a word processor. Now, there are so many ways you can load your MS Word application on your system. Now, number one, if the icon is already on your desktop, you can quickly just double click on it and it will open. Double click means clicking twice, simultaneously twice. It will open. You can also right click on that document, select open. It will still open. Or you go through the normal way by clicking on your start button. You click on all program. You select and click on Microsoft Office, and you click on Microsoft Word. Now, Microsoft Office is like a family name. Now, in a family where you have maybe the surname to be, for instance, Okafor, and you have you have like two sons and two daughters in that family. Now, this one is Kelechi Okafor. This is Ifeanyi Okafor. The other one is Adama. So you find out that at the end, what they have in common is their family name. So that is something as office. So in that office, we have different packages. We have the Microsoft Word, which is the word processor. We have the the Excel, which is our spreadsheet. We have the PowerPoint, which is our presentation software. We have the Access, our database. We have the Publisher, and so many of them. So the same way you load your MS Word is the same way you are going to load your Excel. The difference is that when you click on Microsoft Office, you now select the required application. Okay, let's look at Microsoft Word processing environment. The Word window is made up of so many components that are displayed on screen at the start of the program. Now we have, number one, we have the title bar. The title bar is the bar at the top part of the window displaying MS Word. It displays the name of the active document. Now, for instance, you find out that when you open your Word, and you by default, the document name will be, let's say, Microsoft Word document 1. You have document 2. Now, the moment that document is saved, it replaces that default name to the name that you choose. Now, that name is what displays on the title bar. That's why we say it displays the name of the active document. Now, we have the menu bar. The menu bar contains commands for word operation. For example, you have your home, you have your insert, you have your view, you have your page layout. You have so many of them. There are so many of them. Now we have the status bar. The status bar is the bar at the bottom of the document window. It displays the status of the document. Now this status bar shows us documents that are active documents that are currently in use. Now we have the toolbar. The toolbar serves as shortcut for common commands such as save, print, new, open, undo. Okay, so this toolbar is just shortcuts for common commands. Now, just like now when we say shortcut simply means those icons, instead of going through the longer method. Let's say, for instance, if I want to save my documents, I'll go to my office button, I click on save as, I select the location where I want to save, I change the file name, and I save. Instead of that, I can easily click on the save icon, or I use my shortcut Ctrl S. Okay, so we have the workspace. This is the area where actual word processing is done. So that place you normally type your document is called the workplace. Now we have the formatting toolbar. This toolbar contains shortcuts to the commands used for formatting text. You can change your word or line paragraph to bold, italics, or underline. Now you can also manipulate your document. Now, for instance, you want to bold the heading, you want to put it in italics, or you want to underline it. You can as well do that using the formatting toolbar. Okay, let's quickly look at Microsoft Word environment. Now, from this environment, for the first one, you'll see our quick access toolbar. Now, from that quick access toolbar, you will see the save icon, you see undo, you see folder, you see redo. Now, that's quick access toolbar. It's also a shortcut. Instead of going through the longer process, you can easily just click on the icon and you are done. Now we have the ribbons. We have the title bar. Look at the title bar, is the topmost bar where you have document 1. But the moment you save that document with a name, it replaces this default name, document 1. Now we have the window controls. Now we have 3 buttons here: the minimize, the maximize, and the close button. Okay, so now we have the help button. The help button is for you to ask questions. In case you want to find out anything, you click on the help button, you ask questions. Now we have the view ruler button. Now if you click on the view ruler, you will see the ruler. If you click on it again, the ruler will be missing. The ruler will just hide. It hides. If you click on it first time, the ruler will appear. You can use it to set your margin. But when you click on it again, it hides the ruler. You want the ruler to appear again, you click on it again. View ruler button. Then we have the vertical scroll bar. You can use it to scroll to move up and down the pages. Now we have the browse button. You can actually link you to internet. Then we have the zoom tool. From here you can increase the scale of your page. You want it to be in a smaller size. You want to make it bold. You can use that to magnify it. Now we have the view buttons where you can change the interface of your page. Now we have the status bar. It shows you documents that are active. We have document information, and we have the vertical ruler. We have the tab selector. Then we have the office button. Now that office button, after doing your work and you want to save your document, you click on your office button. There will be a drop down menu. From that menu you will see open, you will see save, you will see save as, you will see print, and so many of them. So many commands. So you click on it based on what you intend to do. And you will see our ribbon, you will see our horizontal ruler, and you will see the text area where you do your work. And you will see our cursor, the blinking line that shows us insertion point. Whatever that line is, whatever you type on your keyboard goes there, because it shows us the active place, insertion point, where you type at any given time. Okay, let's look at some of the facilities available in word processor. Now, in word processor, you can type your document using a keyboard. Now, unlike the old typewriter, you can also use it to type your document. Now, but the major difference between this and the old typewriter is that if you are using your old typewriter, if you make any mistake, you start afresh. And in this one again, any mistake can easily be erased. Now you can as well, after typing a document, you can mass produce it. But in typing, if you are to produce 5 documents and there is no photocopier, you type that work 5 times, or you add a ribbon. But the best, if you want to get the work very clear, you type it 5 times. You can see how stressful it is. But in your computer, you usually type once, then duplicate it. When you are printing, you just send a command, how many copies you want to print, and you are good to go. Now the next one is edit document. Now this one can help you to edit your document, just to format it to suit you. You can also delete, rearrange your letters, your words, sentence, and paragraph. It gives you that facility. Now, this Word document can also help you to store your document for future use. Of course, that of the typewriter, you cannot save. It doesn't have memory. But the Word document enables you to save your work, even as far as saving your Word in cloud, so as to access it in future. Okay, so we also have another facility here, move, copy, and paste. Now you can copy a particular document and add to another, or you can cut a particular document if it's not needed. Now a word, line, or text paragraph, page, or diagram can be moved from one document to another. It can also be within a document. Now it can also be within that document. Maybe you just want to make a little adjustment. You can easily cut and paste. Now if it's not required, the difference between this copy and the cut is, if you copy a document now, you are duplicating that document. It will still be in the original place than while you have the duplicate. But when you cut a document, you are moving it entirely from the original position to a new location. So that is the major difference between cut and copy. Copy duplicates the work, while cut moves the work to another location. Now let's look at some of the features of word processor. Now we have the insert text. Now this allows you to insert text anywhere in the document. We have the delete text. It allows you to erase characters, words, lines, or paragraphs. We have the cut and paste, which allows you to remove section of text from one place in a document and insert in another place. Now we have copy. It also allows you to duplicate a section of text. We have page size and margins. This allows you to define various page sizes and margins. You can set your margin, just like in your WAEC now. You might be given an essay to write, and at the end they will give you specifications. They will tell you left margin 2.0, right margin 2.0, up and down, bottom and up margin 1.5. So with this page size and margins, you can actually do that. Now we have the search and replace. Now this allows you to search for a particular word or phrase and also replace one group of characters with another everywhere that first group appears. Now this search and replace, for instance, you typed a document and a particular word appears so many places, and you don't want that document, that particular word again. You want to replace it with a different word. Now let's say, for instance, that word appeared 1,000 places in that document. Now what do? Will you start replacing it one by one? No. With this search and replace, it gives you the opportunity to replace that word at a time. Now what you need to do is just to click on the search and replace. Now it opens up a dialog box. You see where you will type find. Then you type the word you are looking for. Now replace with, you type the current word, and you will see replace. You will see replace all. Now if you click on replace, it will only replace the first word, the first one, the first word on that document. But when you say replace all, it replaces it anywhere the word appears. So for you to change it everywhere on that document, you need to select replace all. So automatically it changes, the new word replaces the old one wherever it appears. So we have the word drop. The word drop, the word processor automatically moves to the next line when you have filled one line with text. Now you find out that if you are typing your document, automatically when you get to the last margin and you are still typing, automatically the cursor, the blinking cursor, comes down to the next line. So that's the work of that word drop. Automatically comes to the next line when you get to the edge, the edge of the end of the line. Okay, so we have the header, footers, and page numbering. This allows you to specify customized headers and footers. The word process will display at the top and bottom of every page. Now, for instance, you look at some of the letterheaded papers of companies, you will see at the top or bottom of the paper, you will see maybe their name or their contact. So that thing is done using header and footer. Now when you add header and footer, even if the document is 1,000 pages, the moment you insert header and footer, it will automatically appear on all the pages of that document. Now we have font specification. This allows you to change font attributes within a document. You can choose any font. We have so many fonts. We have the Arial Black, we have the Tahuma, we have the Times New Roman, we have the Calibre, and so many of them. We have the Lucida Console, so many of them. So you can actually format your work using a specific font type. Now we have the spell checker. Now this one enables you to check spellings. Now you agree with me that as you are typing your document, maybe because you are fast, you might miss some words. And the moment you miss some words, this spell checker will underline it red. What it simply means that that word is not known to the computer. The word might be correct. For instance, if it's a native name, it will underline it red. So what you do is you right click on it and say ignore all if it's correct. Now, but if it's not correct, if you right click on it, it gives you options. Now you choose the particular one. So that's the work of that spell checker. Now we have the thesaurus. It allows you to search for synonyms without leaving the word processor. And we have the last one here. It's called what you see is what you get. WYSIWYG. Okay, so with this, a document appears the display screen exactly as it will look when printed. Now, for instance, if you want to print your document, of course, you will do a preview. You preview your document. Now, when you preview the document, the same way you are seeing it on the screen is the same way it will appear when printed. So that is why it's good. It might look good as you are doing it, but when you preview it, you'll be able to see whether that document is in order or not. So that is why it's advised that before you print your document, you preview it so that you will see a clear picture of what the document will look like after printing. Okay, my dear students, this is where we'll be drawing our curtain for today. Before I leave you, I have some assignments here for you. Now, the first one, define word processing. I don't expect you to give me exactly what I've given you, so just in your own way, define word processing. Number 2, what is the difference between a word processor and word processing? What is the difference between a word processor and word processing? Number 3, write 3 facilities available in word processor. Number 4, write short notes on any 5 features of word processor. Thank you very much and God bless you. See you in our next class. Stay safe.